I got something exciting that just came in. It's a good day. So my wife just asked, are they supposed to be that big? Well, yes, they're supposed to be this big. I see a mark over here. I don't know if it's just the wheels that weigh 179 or the pallet and everything weighs 179, but that means 90 pounds of wheel, roughly. So they're still a heavy thing. So these are just flat discs, and the reason they are is they couldn't do the bell shape because it did something with how it's supposed to join up in here. Anyways, they weren't able to do it, but I think these will look okay. And there's their sticker. Wheels Now, Waukesha, Wisconsin. And they're made to fit these tires, which are Toyo 245, 75, 22.5. Look at that. Don't those look good? I'm going to be repeating a lot of what I said in earlier videos, but it has to do with the tires that I needed, the suspension, the existing motorhome hub, and the track that was there. I think I'm still going to have trouble with the back of the frame back in there. I think the tire is going to rub. But I can only do so much. I'll have to do something about that somehow else. And at the end of the day, I searched high and low. I tried to go to another, I think Detroit Wheels had pretty good selection, pretty close to what I'm looking for. You could fit baby moons to those. But they didn't do truck tires. I needed 22.5. And it all gets down to, I needed a certain tire height that was narrow. I'm trying to keep this in proportion with the wheels. The original wheels on this fire truck, 40 inches high. In the old speak, that is, they were 20-inch rim, 10 by 20. And that meant the section of the tire is 10-inch. The actual tread was only 7.5, but the wide part from the sidewall to sidewall was 10-inch. This one here isn't much different. And it's a slightly wider tread. However, it's made to be used on a 6 3/4-inch rim, where the rims that came on the truck, I think they were 8-inch, I think. I'm not sure, I'll have to confirm that. Anyway, quite a bit wider. But the main problem with trying to use a 22.5-inch truck tire on a GMC Motorhome was this bolt pattern and the offset. This bolt pattern is a 6.5 by 8 or 8 6.5. It's 8 lugs, 6.5 inches between them. The truck rims, and I've got some over there, but those were 10 bolt and they were 11 1/4 inches diameter. I bought some adapters to use, but no matter what I tried, I've written some stuff down here. The rims that I bought trying to use with this had a 5 1/4 inch, roughly 5 1/4 inch positive offset. Positive offset means they're moved inboard. I can't use a negative offset wheel because it causes problems with the bearings. The original rims that came on this were a 6.5 inch, 16.5, and they had a 4.5 inch positive offset, so they were inboard 4.5 inches from the center line of the wheel. 30-inch high wheel, or 29 inch, depending on where you go to. Tires slightly different height, around 30-inch tire height. This is designed for a 40-inch tire. That tire there is 36 3/4 inches high. Again, the main thing is I needed a truck rim, 22.5 inch, that goes to an 8 6.5 with and this offset actually worked out to 0.67 inches, just a little bit positive offset. 0.67 positive offset, and I only did that to keep this rim aligned with those two back tires back there. It all has to do with the rim width and the rim offset. Like I said, the regular truck rim offset made for dualies, 5¼ inches. It just put it inboard too far. I couldn't turn nothing. And if I turn them around the other way, that ain't gonna work either. Wheels Now was the one company that I contacted that made a steel rim because I didn't want aluminum. And probably I could have had a bespoke aluminum rim. But not many people wanted to talk to me about making a special rim for this, for my budget, which is none. And I didn't want aluminum anyways, but that would have meant taking a huge block of aluminum and then milling it out to make this. And that's crazy. So a steel rim was the way to go. I got 2 rims with my bolt pattern, the number of holes that I wanted, with my offset, with my rim width, and that was powder coated. They did the engineering. I paid for shipping. But I don't think I could have done that any other way. And Wheels Now made me a deal. I guess it's for cost or wholesale. And still for them to provide all those services. And they were very attentive. They answered all of my emails quickly, gave me telephone calls. I was able to call them, talk to their engineer. Really, really pleased. I'm going to take these rims in tomorrow. I'm going to get them mounted. I got some valve stems. They actually even gave me valve stems, although I'm not going to use them because the valve stems they give me they would have stuck out beyond. They'd have been too close to the rim. I actually ordered up some shorter ones that'll be inset a bit. You can see the rim is actually quite close to the ground because the suspension is completely down. I have this on, the whole frame is on jack stands and it's on the frame, it's not on the suspension. So that wheel will come up a little bit just on the weight. And I'm really counting on, when I'm fabricating this frame, I was counting on the frame being level. And in order to do that, it had to go on jack stands. This is not going to be the finished height of the truck. It's going to sag a little bit. At least I hope so. And that'll bring the tire up in here a little bit more normal. Well, I am absolutely over the moon. I am really chuffed. There is room between the edge of that tire and the frame. And when I move it to the, turn it the other direction, I have room. Now, these tires, there's no way I'd turn these without power steering if the tires are actually touching the ground. So I've got them on jack stands. And what that means is the control arms, the A-arms, are actually, they're down all the way. And what that typically means is the tires are the closest they'll ever be to the body. It's just the way they swing. By doing this and going through Wheels Now, to Ben Rivera and Matthew Salmon, I hope I'm saying that right. Could be salmon. It's spelled like the fish. But anyway, sorry Matthew if I got your name wrong. Really pleased. Thanks for sticking with me so far. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.